Alright, as you can see, this bluefin tuna is actually in the shape of a torpedo. Alright, other than the fin itself, the shape of this tuna, it helps them to swim in a very fast manner. Alright, just like the torpedo in a submarine, yeah. So as you can see, our master chef is slicing off the tuna cheek of the tuna. Alright, this is what we call kama in Japanese. Usually we eat it grilled. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, too bad the tuna cheek has been taken. So, okay, this is one part of the tuna kama, tuna cheek. Okay, it has been reserved, so you can taste it later on. But no worry, we will be serving you the fresh tuna meat. Alright, the other part of the tuna kama, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what we call tuna cheek. Alright, it's kama, and usually we eat it grilled, okay? Very fresh.
Okay, now the chef want to share with you guys on why there's a head. You guys notice, right, there's a hole on the head. In Japanese culture, whenever they catch a fish, okay, after the fish is caught, they have to release off all the blood to maintain the freshness. The fish actually come without the stomach. They'll weigh everything in Japan. The weight in Japan will be 40 kilo. When it shipped to Malaysia, it will become 48.5 due to ice. After the whole thing, when you guys see being weighed, right, it's 30 over kilo because the stomach is taken out and the blood all is actually taken out already. They'll actually insert, there's a technique being to kill the fish, to let it die in the sense that it won't create any stress to the meat. They'll poke it in a hole in the middle, then it'll go throughout to the spinal. Pretty much the fish will die in a very good way, and then it will not disrupt the meat as well.
Alright, so as you can see, our master chef is now slicing off the tuna head. Alright, actually a tuna you can partake it all the way from the head down to the tail. Okay, so there you go, the head of the tuna. Especially the eyes of the tuna. In Japanese we call it medama. The tuna eyes is very rich of collagen. Okay, for ladies who wish to keep their skin smooth, pretty and tight, you can consider partaking the tuna eyes. Alright, there goes the tuna head. Okay.
Okay, now everyone will know about toro and chutoro. You guys ever know that the head actually got their own toro? And these are the fleshes that will never ever reach Malaysia unless you buy the whole fish in. You can get the tuna belly from the head. This is the most precious part of the whole fish. The tuna belly that you can get from the fish belly itself, that is not the most priceless one. The most price sought after one is always on the head and the cheek. Anyone want to take a photo on the head?
As you can see, our master chef is now slicing the back of the tuna. Usually, in a traditional Japanese way, how they slice a tuna, a whole tuna is they usually cut it into 4 parts. Okay, one side 2 parts and the other side 2 parts. Okay, and usually separate into the top, meaning the back of the tuna, and the below is the belly of the tuna. As you know, bluefin tuna is got a very much resource of the toro because they live in cold ocean. That's why they need this kind of fat belly to keep them warm, right? See, as I said, they usually slice it into 4 pieces. Okay, one side, top and the bottom, the back and the belly part, and the other side, same way as well.
Our master chef will be conducting this demo on a weekly basis continuously for 3 weeks. So if you guys want to taste it again and again and again, come over every Saturday, Sunday. There's always be a session here. Tomorrow one will be at dinner time. It will start from 5 to 7. Normally the whole process will take around 15 minutes. But for this whole demo, he'll do it roughly around 1 hour so that everyone can see how it's being sliced in the proper way.
Alright, as you can see, Master Chef is now slicing off the top part of the tuna. Alright, some of you might be wondering why do we have to partake tuna? What's the benefit of taking tuna compared to others meat? Alright, tuna actually is very full of protein, as everyone knows. Okay, it's very rich full of protein, and protein helps us to make sure our cells, our body cell grows strong. Alright, especially for those gentlemen who wish to build up their body, you all can partake tuna meat as your main choice of meat. Okay, it helps us to build muscles and keep our hair shiny and smooth. Okay, there goes the first part of the tuna, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, this is the top part of the tuna.
The top part of the tuna, we will call this as an akami. The most prized part will be on the akami is actually on the upper part area here. This is the akami. Then pretty much this is the loin that you get in all the restaurants.
Alright, so there goes the first part of the tuna meat. Now it's time for the second part. Okay, this is the most anticipating part, alright? Tuna belly. There's toro inside, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone who wish to partake toro fresh, please be patient. Yeah, you will serve me to your. Alright, back to why do we take tuna meat? Okay. Other than protein, it is also very rich full of omega. Okay, it helps us to protect our heart. Okay, prevent our heart from having diseases. Okay, prevent us to getting heart attack. So, actually, tuna meat is a very good source of meat compared to like chicken, pork, or beef. Alright, there you go. Tuna belly, ladies and gentlemen. Tuna belly. So, chef, where's the toro, chef? Everyone be waiting, chef. Toro. Where's the toro? There, what a big piece of toro, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we call otoro, okay? And it's very juicy and tender. Once you put it into your mouth, you melt straight away. I'm not sure how true is that. You can try it later on. So, you can't see this very often, ladies and gentlemen. So once in a lifetime. So as you can see, our master chef continue on slicing the tuna. This is the fin of the tuna. Some of you might wonder why this fin is bluefin instead of yellowfin or big-eye tuna. Okay, as you can see, the skin of this tuna is actually from dark metallic blue all the way down until the belly there is a bit silver lining color. Okay, so compared to yellowfin tuna, their pectoral fins is actually very long, longer than others tuna fish and it is yellowish in color. Okay, unlike this tuna we are having here, the tuna we are having here is bluefin tuna.